Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Hello there. Gonna test my audio. Yeah, sounds fine. We'll go to 0. Look here, so I'm actually paying attention to shit. I'm off-centered. Does it matter? Are people gonna care if I'm off-centered? Is there a way? Let me see if I can center myself. Is it this one? No, that's just supposed to be dead in the middle. You don't want that. We're gonna move my face around for the funny. I don't really even need to put my face on here, but you know what? Why not? How about horizontally? Oh, okay. So let's go back up here. Oh, geez, not that. Whee! Where am I going? Okay. And then it's like that. Boom. That is centered on the computer, at least. Fuck you. We figured it out, guys. We figured it out. Give another minute to see if anyone wants to join. Here, let me move my microphone to the center. Because I'm not a very loud individual. So, the closer the mic is, the better the quality. Right? Right. Yeah, sure. Anywho, very simple, very self-explanatory. Ignore the thumbnail. I think it's funny. I made a couple of my favorite athletes during Pride Month, so it's funny. Fuck you. I guess before we start, I do want to show something. I bought a thing recently, not NFL related, but I saw this on Amazon, so I figured, hold on, I gotta actually pull up to make sure on Amazon, so I'm like, you know what, I want it. So I got a card. It's only 85 were ever made. I mean, it was only like $5, but I think it's neat. I think it's cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I like sharing things that make me happy. Meine Schwesters, meine Schwesters. I know a little bit of German, not a lot, because time passes and I forget things eventually, but we will never forget you, Game 5, Niara. We will never forget you. There's a wild Rexy that's being a Rexy. Rexy doesn't care about football, so you know what? It's okay. But yeah, savoring success. I like this card, and again, for only $5, I'm gonna take it. Love Germans. Anywho, again, this is gonna be very simple, very shrimple. I'm just gonna kind of speed run my picks. I have a draft at 8:30. I don't think you can see my timer, my time down here. Yeah, it cuts off there, but draft about 8:30. It's 7:11 right now. I just kind of want to speed run one of these things, and this is gonna be my just declaration right now in advance of. I don't know how dedicated I am going to be to making football prediction videos. I might do live streams. I might bully Justin to let me be a part of his live streams. I don't know. I just know my dedication to it in general is shaky. And I think it's mostly from it's one thing to record, but editing, putting up the caption, or setting it up, typing out a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I'm lazy. If I had money, I'd hire an editor. Because making myself edit shit is annoying. But a live streams, what I could do is just open up, maybe I'll open up like a FanDuel and just go down live looks or something, and just go from there on how to do predictions. I don't know. But the recording format, if I do end up doing picks, it'll probably go to a live stream format. And you can all just see me pick live and wonder what the hell I'm doing. I don't know. we'll see how it goes. But anywho, we're going to speed run my picks based on how I think games go. Now, obviously, if you're watching, whether now or in the future, you're not going to agree with everything I do. You're just not. That's how this works. These are just my picks, these are my opinions, and this is me also accounting for any given Sunday. So I'm going to pick teams that are going to lose dumb games for no reason. It's gonna happen. It's NFL Sunday. The only people who are immune to bullshit are the Chiefs, but we won't get into the reasons why they're immune to bullshit. But anywho, here we go, predicting the games. And I'm just gonna kind of go as I see. Philly, gonna kick the shit out of Dallas. I was going to say that even with Parsons, but now that Parsons is gone, Philly is kicking the shit out of Dallas. Saints, probably going to be the worst team. Arizona, I kind of don't care too much to say, but New Orleans is going to be the worst team. I'm not going to put up with it. DC, I think there's a chance they fall off a little bit, but if it's Russell starting, I'm not going to give the Giants too much credit. Over here, Steelers will find some bullshit way to win. I'm taking the Chiefs. Chargers could keep it competitive. Probably be a low-scoring game. But Chiefs, black magic bullshit, will find a way. Dolphins, I am not giving any thought to the Colts. I would have said the same thing regardless of what quarterback they started. I'm not giving them any thought. This will be a fun game. This will help us. Again, you don't want to put too much status into a Week 1 game. But I am very interested for this game, low-key. Mostly for the obvious rookies and young talent, but just in general, I think these two could be sleepers. I'm not going to say they're going to be good teams or great teams, but I think they're sleepers. One of them, or both of them, could compete in that, 7-win, 8-win, 9-win kind of area. And it could be interesting. Picking Denver here. Tennessee is probably going to be another rough year, but I think Cam will be fine. This is also another one of those interesting games. Both these teams could legit win only 4 games this year, but both could be sneaky too. Can Bryce take that step? Can Trevor remind us that he's fucking Trevor Lawrence, the guy we remember from 2018, 2019 when Clemson won that championship where they beat ass? Like, are you there, Trevor? Hello? But I'm going to give Jacksonville that edge. I could see it going either way, but I'm going to give it to Jacksonville now. But I do think Carolina will be a better team. I think Carolina will be a more interesting team. Rams, even though Stafford's injury scares me, I think that defense against Houston, who has no O-line, is going to be a fucking joke. So, CJ, I'm not going to hold this year against you at all. You have no O-line. And I'm aware that Miami's also going to have no O-line, but then again, it's the Colts. I'm not putting effort into it. This game could go either way, but I think the Bucs are a better team, so I'll give it to them. I'm going to go San Fran here. I don't care about the 14-3. You cannot convince me Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. I like the Cooper Kupp signing to pair with JSN, but you're not going to get me to still believe Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. You're just not. Back to here, though. I'll go Raiders. I think there's a more cohesiveness to them than New England right now. Which, I mean, they both have a new coach, so take your pick. But I think... Okay, let's just say it this way. Genty might be the best player on the field that game. I see Gonzalez. I see Max Crosby. Genty might be the best player on that field that day. Ravens, I'm biased, but again, Ravens have always been a good regular season team, and I'd argue if it wasn't snowing like hell, they'd probably win that game in the playoffs anyway. Details. Week 1 Bengals I don't trust, and Joe Flacco my GOAT, so I'm giving the Browns the Week 1 upset. Yeah, they got Micah, but I'm still taking Detroit, and I'm going to take Minnesota. I'll give J.J. McCarthy benefit of the doubt here. It's one of those, it's like, okay, if Sam Darnold could go 14 wins with this team, JJ, you don't need to be 14, but give us at least 10. Give us 9 or 10. Don't be the reason we lose games. I think it's plausible. But I do think Chicago will be better. But yeah, there's week 1. And we're just going to kind of speed run this. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with a lot of takes I'm going to have here. Ravens here, I'm not going to give the Jags benefit of the doubt. Even if it's early season Bengals, who always struggle, I'm not going to give them much doubt. This one could be interesting, but I will give it to Miami. Rams here, I'm not ready for the Titans yet. Dallas, even with their defensive woes, I still think with a healthy Dak, CD, they got Pickens. Like, that offense should still be fine. I'm not going to say, like, great, but I think it's a little asinine to say they won't be in wildcard contention. Again, assuming Dak stays healthy. I'm not going to call them division winners, but they should be there in the mix. San Fran, this game could go either way. Carolina's kind of had a thing over Arizona, but I am going to give it to Arizona. I want to believe, this is more, I guess, like more personal belief. I want to believe Arizona will figure their shit out because they are a good team. They have the pieces. Please figure it out. Whatever. Hi, Gio. See you in the chat. Yeah, I think that Vikings-Bear games could go either way. It's an interesting one to open the season, but I guess it comes down to more faith of a team. Can I believe both teams could win games despite their quarterback play, or in spite of their quarterback play? Sure. But JJ is new, so therefore I don't have anything to go off of positive or negatively. Other than when he was at Michigan, being on a good roster, he can manage his way to a championship. And I think Minnesota as a roster is good. And I guess the Jordan Addison suspension could make things interesting, but them getting Adam Thielen back, it's a feel-good story. I'll give it to him. Again, not paying any mind to the Colts. I would not be surprised if the Raiders stole this game, but I'm going Chargers. I'm not paying any mind to the Jets. Justin Fields, I salute you. I'm not paying any mind. Gross. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Gross. I'll go Green Bay. Again, this might be a little bit biased to Green Bay because I've been trying to manifest Green Bay being a good team for a while now. But Washington, I think they're due for a slump. Just a little bit. And they did lose at home to Dallas last year on a bad team. So Washington has abilities to lose to lesser teams. Not to say Green Bay is lesser than Washington. And now, especially with Micah, I'm just saying they're susceptible. And I think Washington last year got to a slow stop anyway, which could be because he was a rookie, but details. Bucks over Texans. Again, Texans O-line. I don't know what to do. CJ, I know he'll probably figure it out, mostly because the rest of the AFC South is underwhelming, but it's going to be a rough start for him. Regular season, this game could go either way. Philly tends to struggle in the early season, but I do think they're a better roster, and to my knowledge, they haven't really lost anyone significant, so I'll give Philly this game. Though, again, early season, it could, I don't know, whatever. Lions here. Now that I am accounting for the Jordan Addison suspension, I do think the Falcons will be a better team than the Bears, so I'll give the Falcons this one. But again, this game could obviously go either way. Oh, it's a Sunday night game, too. Nice. I think it'll be an interesting Sunday night game. Damn, they gave Minnesota 2 primetime games to start the season. I'm just remembering this now. Jeez. But yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, again, anything can happen. Any given Sunday, folks. Any given Sunday. And of course, I am going to look at records on the side to kind of be a bias too as I'm picking along the way. I mean, Green Bay is going to beat Cleveland. I'm not going to think twice about that. Buffalo will beat Miami. I'm not going to think twice about this. If my computer will load. Stop being old and slow, computer. Thank you. Bucks over Jets. I'm not thinking about. Seattle over the Saints. I'm not thinking about. I'll give Texans over Jags here. Damn, my computer sounds like it's having a stroke already. Da, da, da. Ravens have a great track record against the NFC, so I will give them this win. Even if I might be a little biased. They're also wearing their all-black uniforms on this game, so you know the Ravens are a different beast when they're in the all-blacks. Ooh, it's good. Chiefs here, but knowing Chiefs' luck, especially with this being a Sunday night game, somehow this game will be competitive. It shouldn't. It has no business being. But knowing how things are going to be, it's probably going to somehow be competitive. If this spreads by 10 plus, try to grab the under or the plus on the Giants. They're going to find some way to make this competitive. I guarantee it. Falcons I'll trust early. Carolina, again, I think Carolina's still trying to find. I think they'll be competitive in these games, but it's going to be another slow start. Dallas and Chicago could go either way, but I'm going to give it to Dallas because I think they'll have the better offense. Computer, I know you're struggling. Bear with me here. I got to hurry up with my speed run. And just kind of looking at everything. I do think the Chargers are better than the Broncos, so I'll give them that. I'll have the Patriots upset Pittsburgh. I just got a feeling. I think. Colts Titans could go either way, but given Indy's more experience, I'll give the Colts this one. Give fans some sort of fake hope that, hey, maybe we'll figure it out. No, you just played the Titans. This one could go either way, but again, with no Jordan Addison, I don't know if Minnesota's equipped for a true shootout. And even if Cincy has the early season rust, which I don't think they will, because I think they finally made their starters play in the preseason, which they haven't in previous years, Cincy should take this. I'm mostly hinging on Jordan Addison not playing in this game. And I like Thielen, but he's not Jordan Addison at this point in his career. Philly owns LA, but man, they were close in that playoff game. I thought LA was going to steal it. I really did. And I'll go San Fran here. I just like them more. I got everyone right. Sometimes, I didn't get you guys. Yeah, Washington. Sorry, Vegas. Sorry. Week 4, same thing here. Ravens tend to lose to Chiefs always, so I'm just going to have them lose that game. I'll give Justin Fields this one. He can have it. This one could be interesting, but I'm going to bank on Denver's defense to try to hold down Burrow a little bit. I don't think it'll be as successful, but I'll give it to that. And again, Bo Nix should have an easier time. Going international to Ireland. Minnesota. I'm not. Fuck you, Pittsburgh. Game could go either way. I'll give Carolina their first win here. Again, I think New England has a chance to here, and I wouldn't be surprised if New England won. But again, it's building up confidence. And getting this game right here would be huge for Carolina. Because after a 3-game skid, there'll be questions. But get this one, you're feeling something. I'm feeling a little better. Chargers here. Buffalo. I am afraid for what this spread is going to look like for this game. Ooh, I hate double-digit spreads, but if this shit is like 14, 15, 16, I'd probably still take it. Because that's probably what's going to be. It's going to be a fucking 14-point spread. But I'm going to take it. I would absolutely take it right now. Gross. Detroit. LA. San Fran's riding too high for too many inches. I'm going to upset. Again, I'm not saying they should, but again, with these picks, you got to account for any given Sunday. San Fran, probably not going to start at 4-0, so count that in, give them an upset. Why not? Bears, again, same thing here. Raiders aren't that good. Bears, I think, should be better. Upset or confidence boost, whatever you want to call it. Bucks have always had Philly's numbers, so I'm giving it to the Bucks. They've always had them, so I'm giving it to them. This could be a fun game either way. I'm giving it to DC. This being on Sunday night is even more funny. Green Bay always beats Dallas. Regular season, postseason, doesn't matter. And Seattle has the Arizona numbers for a bit, so I'll give Seattle that one. It's funny to me seeing Tampa being the only undefeated team at this point. That's probably not going to hold true, but you never know. And here, we'll do it like this. They get upset. Because we're not going to have a team go 5-0. Upset, Seattle should be good on paper, theoretically. Sam Darnold, just be the guy you were in Minnesota. This game could go either way, but I think the energy is better here, so I'll give New York this one. This could go either way. It's a shit show. LA wins, knocks off San Fran here. Game could go either way. I'm taking Minnesota. I'm not thinking twice. Baltimore, Vegas, Buffalo. But keep in mind, I wouldn't be surprised if New England kept competitive. KC, we're not going to give the Jags much to care. Dallas, Philly, but I do think Broncos make it interesting. I'll go Carolina here again. You got to build that confidence. And Miami, no O-line. Who knows how Tua's going to be by the time the season rolls around. Especially at this point. It's up for grabs. Carolina sneaks it by. We'll give Arizona this one. I'm giving the Chargers this one. Because again, I think they're a better team. And just better constructed. And DC, I think they're due for a fallback. Game here can go either way, but I'm going Detroit because offense is offense. Week 5, I believe they're already on bye. I think week 5 byes are dumb. They should start like week 6. And then end before Thanksgiving. There's no reason you can't put 6 teams on bye every week or 8 teams on bye every week. There's no reason you can't do that. You want to keep them on because of money and shit and spreading out games, sure, but there's no reason you can't do it. Another UK game, I'm so sorry. Denver takes it. Pittsburgh, I'm not going to think twice about Cleveland. Chargers over Miami, I think Miami is going to be a rough season for them. And that's if Tua survives. They got no line. And for the sake of the young guy, I'll give him his first win here. He goes on the road. He plays well. Maybe not mind-boggling numbers, but 200 yards, like a touchdown, no turnovers. They figure it out. Again, upsets galore. Not upset, but just like anything's but I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Anything's possible. This game could go either way, because again, you want me to trust Seattle, and it's like, I don't really trust Sam Darnold, but I want fucking Trevor to take a jump, and he hasn't done it yet. We're going Seattle here. Ravens here, I'll trust them against the NFC. Always will. Arizona, I'm not paying mind to the Colts. New England, I'm not paying mind to the Saints. I wouldn't be surprised if Cincy takes this one. Green Bay, I think, even with Jordan Love, that offense can still be inconsistent. So with Matthew Golden, hopefully it unlocks something. But Cincy's formula of winning seems to be shootouts or high-scoring games more often than not. So I don't know if Green Bay could go bar for bar if that defense can't hold Cincy down. That is how I see it. This game go either way, but I'll give it to Kansas City. I think Detroit has neither of their coordinators, so they're going to be knocked down a peg. Buffalo over Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta's there yet. Philly. I'll go Tampa here. Dallas. And we'll go Washington. For the sake of it. On to the next. Still speedrunning, trying to go fast. Cincy to beat Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh going to have no offense. You can try to have Aaron Rodgers throw it up to DK. I don't know how well it's going to work. I'll have New England take this one. Mike Vrabel's revenge. Why not? Kansas City. I think Joe is still starting at this point, so I'll give it to him. Chargers, not paying any mind. Rams, again, I'm assuming Stafford's back injury, whatever it may be, isn't going to be as big a deal. So that's what I'm assuming, he's going to be fine. I'll give the Jets another win. Because I don't think Fields is bad. And against a team like Carolina, you're at home. I think you can make some things work. This will probably be a low-scoring game. You're 13-10, 16-9, or some shit like that. It'll be low-scoring. Denver takes care of business. I'm going to give Houston this one over Seattle. Because, again, I don't care for Seattle that much. Philly to kick ass and take names. Chicago, Green Bay. This game could go either way. But I'll give it to Washington early on. This game could also go either way. But I'm assuming if it's San Fran's health, they'll figure it out. And we need to knock down Tampa a peg, so we'll go Detroit. On to week 8. Anything either way. Cincy. We'll go New England. I think we gave Indy the first one, so we'll give Tennessee this one. They'll split it. Just for the sake of it. Philly wins here. Tampa wins here. I'm not paying the Saints any mind, but I wouldn't be surprised if the second game New Orleans keeps it close. Then you look to here. Could go either way realistically. Chargers are usually never this good, and we'll find ways to flub it, so I will give this to Minnesota. This game can go either way, but I trust San Fran's defense more. Sorry, Houston. Buffalo. I'll go Atlanta here. Because again, I can't trust Miami, especially with Atlanta trapping those defensive pieces. Hopefully that gives them an actual pass rush. Ravens, Broncos, Packers. This could be an interesting game. It could go either way. But I'll go Chiefs. But I wouldn't be surprised if Washington took it from them. This feels like a game the Ravens will blunder for some damn reason, because the Ravens have a history of blundering games, especially against Miami. So I'm going to give them a blunder game. I like Denver, but I don't think they'll be that good, and I think CJ will find something, so I'll give Houston this one. Chargers this one. Pittsburgh, Raiders. Buffalo always beats Kansas City in the regular season. They'll lose in the postseason, but Buffalo will win in the regular season. Always has, always will. I'm not thinking twice about it. Bengals over Bears. Patriots over Falcons, because you know why. Packers, Lions. I'm not paying the Vikings much mind. San Fran, LA, DC. This game could go either way, so I'm going to give it to Dallas. Germany, das ist gut. Falcons. Again, I'm not paying the Colts any mind here. This one can go either way, so I think the Raiders will steal it just because. Division games, anything's possible. Houston sweeps the Jags. Not paying them much mind yet again. I guess Jacksonville could steal it, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Jets win here, and I think it's this win that finally gets Flacco benched. Dylan will take over. He'll be kind of mediocre for the first few weeks. And then Shadur will take it by the end of the season. That's what I'm predicting. I think all three quarterbacks are going to get starts eventually. But I believe Shadur is going to get it by the end of the year, and he'll be the week 1 starter in 2026. That is what I'm predicting. Buffalo wins. I'm not thinking twice. Miami's going to be bad. This feels like a game the Chargers will blunder, so I'll give it to Pittsburgh. Ravens bounce back, kick ass, take names. Bucks win here. New England's not quite there yet. At this point, the Giants also might switch quarterbacks depending on what Russell's up to. So for the sake of it, I'll give them that. And I'll even give the Saints their first win too. About time they got it. They need it. They'll get one. Damn, I guess I'm not as kind of Carolina as I thought I would be. It's hard. It's hard. I'll go Seattle here too. Arizona always shoots itself in the foot in the end. I'm going Rams here. I think Detroit will fare better, so I'll give Detroit this one. Green Bay and Philly. This game is my birthday. Looking forward to it. I think it could go either way. Who do I think? I'll go Green Bay. I'm feeling bold. I'll go Green Bay. I don't expect that this will genuinely happen, but again, when it comes to predicting that, that's just kind of how things look. I don't think this is realistic, but hey, you never know. That's the Spanish flag, a Spain game. I don't even remember that, but yeah, I'm not paying Miami any mind. I'm giving New England this one. Tennessee with an upset at home. Houston shaky. Tennessee feels good about themselves. Upset win. I'll go Pittsburgh here because again, you want me to trust Cincinnati, and it's hard to when they don't have much of a defense. Trauma from the playoff game a while back, but I think the Chargers will be fine. I'll go Denver home upset on Kansas City, but I won't be surprised if they did. But if, yeah. Trap game for the Ravens, especially, but it's going to be Dylan, so it's going to be shaky. And if I'm correct, I should be at this game. We try to go every year, but I missed it last year. This year we definitely go, but it's going to probably be Dylan, and if that's the case, I don't think it'll bode well for Cleveland. This game could be interesting, but I'll take Tampa in the upset. I think Tampa goes into Buffalo and steals one. Buffalo's going to be due for some games here, and I think Tampa, I think they could find something there. This game could go either way as well. A good Monday game. I'm going to lean Dallas. Chicago and Minnesota. I think, again, a game could go either way. But I gave Minnesota the first one. I'm going to give Chicago this one. They got to find some hope, and they got to figure it out fast. I'll give Carolina this one. I think I gave Atlanta the home game, or Atlanta the last one, so we'll have them split. Green Bay takes care of business. We'll go LA here. I'll have Arizona steal one from San Francisco, because again, there's San Francisco's still a shaky team. This game's going to be for all the money, all the dom-noms. But I'm going to take Detroit. I still think Detroit, even without their coordinators, I think the team as a whole is still constructed well, built well, and they got the pieces. And I trust Dan Campbell. I don't remember who the new offensive and defensive coordinators are, but I trust Dan Campbell. I think he'll figure it out. I have faith. Oh, I don't know why this didn't click. Ravens, because it's probably going to be Dylan Gabriel at this point, and I'm not buying it. Same thing here, I'm not buying it. Ravens should be fine. This game could low-key be interesting. Chiefs, for whatever reason, always struggle against the Colts, and at this point, Anthony Richardson might have won his job back. But I can't pick it in all sincerity. This is also another interesting one. I'm going to have Houston take this one, too. Buffalo could, and probably should win this game, but, Houston's sneaky. Houston can sneak some games. So I'm going to give Houston benefit of the doubt here. Cincy here, because again, if New England's defense is good, I don't know how much they're going to slow down Cincy, and I don't trust Drake May yet to be able to get into a shootout if he needs to. Obviously, not every single game Cincinnati plays is going to be a shootout, but you kind of go in with that mindset, so you look at the defense. New England should have an improved defense, but I don't know how capable they are of slowing down Cincy if they get hot, and New England, I don't know if they're ready for a shootout themselves. I don't. Jacksonville for the win, because Arizona always struggles in the second half of the year. I'll give Seattle this one. This could go either way, realistically. I'll give Chicago this as well. Knock Cincy down a peg. Minnesota steals it. I could see it. I could see it happening here. We're going Atlanta. Philly probably beats their ass again, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's kept close. In Dallas. Probably Tampa here, to be honest. And then San Francisco. See, when you do these, like when you assume records, you don't assume the standings, but then you do these actual predictions. It's like, damn, am I really predicting this? But it's like, yeah, I kind of am. Ravens will win the Thanksgiving game. This is where they're wearing the Purple Rising, and I actually bought the Purple Rising helmet, so I have that now for myself. So of course they're gonna win Purple Rising Day, because you know, why not? Why not? This game could be interesting, but I'm gonna give it to Jacksonville. The Bork is Borkin. Game go either way. Anthony Richardson might be back, but I'm still going in Houston. I think the Raiders flub the Chargers here because, again, the Chargers are known for disappearing when it matters most. Buffalo to kick ass. Amanda's yelling about something. I don't know what. Now I just got a Twitter notification about some bullshit, probably. Thanks, Twitter.
Catherine.
I'm doing something.
Hello. Hi.
Kansas City gonna beat up on Dallas.
Maya wants to see you.
Nope, not allowed.
What?
Not allowed.
Huh? I can't hear you. My ear's on the door.
Not allowed.
Why not?
Because I said so.
Are you doing a video game or something?
Yeah.
What are you playing?
Do, 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 do,
What are
do,
you
do.
playing?
Don't worry about it.
I'm bored and I want to see you.
Nope, not allowed. You've been denied.
I mean, I could just open the door at any time.
You could.
Right?
You really could if you wanted to. Oh, see, the video's unresponsive. Damn it. Damn you, computer.
Oh, good, you're not naked. Okay.
Damn you. Yes, I'm just killing naked, totally.
Well, I just want to make sure you were, if you were not wearing a shirt still, I didn't want to, bust open the door and be like, hey, bitch, what's up?
Work.
What are you doing?
I'm live streaming.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?
I'm trying to do a speed run of predictions before the next draft takes place.
Oh, cool.
I have you at 2-9 right now. Sorry, Cleveland.
Ouch. You know what? Fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair. What's up, everybody? Let's see. Did anyone comment? Hi, Rexy! Oh, and you see Maya, yes. She's gonna bring in all the views. Look at her.
Oh, yes, totally.
She's adorable.
I'm not paying the Jets any mind. Not paying the Browns any mind.
Anytime you feature a cute dog, all of a sudden,
This is the truth.
yes.
And
See,
the
she's
actually,
gonna help you.
yeah, I can't use my computer now.
She wants you to pick any teams that have dogs in them. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait.
Pick against the teams with cats. Alright, come on. Let Cat finish her thing. Come on.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Come on.
I almost...
She'll be done soon.
Yuck, 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 yuck. Philly, I'm not paying. Chicago. I'll give this to Minnesota. I'll let Green Bay take this one. You know, they split with Detroit. I think that's fair. I feel weird having Tampa at 9-2, so for the sake of that, I'm gonna have Arizona upset them. I'm gonna have the Saints steal this one from Miami. Got a feeling. Got a feeling. And you know what? The Giants steal this from New England because the Giants will always haunt the New England narrative. Forever and always. And I'm going Denver. Because I like Denver more. I said Giants, damn it. Damn, I picked a lot of road teams. And even in the NFL, not as many road teams are going to win games. So this week is definitely going to be wrong. And I'm definitely sure to change my opinion by the time we get to here. That's how it be sometimes. Damn, Ravens 10-2. I'm goated with Swouse. And then here comes evil Pittsburgh. They always struggle with Pittsburgh, so I will give Pittsburgh that one. I'm giving this to Buffalo. I still don't trust Cincy's defense. Is it still the Dylan Gabriel show at this point? Probably. I'm going to give it to Tennessee. This will probably be the game that gets Shadur now into the starting lineup. I'll go Jacksonville here. I'll go Miami here. Because I do think Miami's better than the Jets at this point, even without the O-line. Assuming everyone's healthy, of course. KC here. I don't remember if I had Denver or the Raiders steal one. I don't remember, but I'll give Denver this one anyway. Chargers and Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles. Sorry, Chargers. This is probably going to be an ass whipping. Detroit. Green Bay. I'll go DC here. Seattle, Atlanta could go either way. I'll take the Saints here. I think another upset's brewing. It's division games. And Tampa got to knock down a peg or two. Seattle, Atlanta could go either way. I don't really know. Oh, that's tricky. I'll take Arizona here to, again, balance out the Rams and whatnot. I'll go Atlanta. I'll trust Atlanta a little more. Damn. Crazy. I guess the conference records, that makes sense. Oh, hello. Where'd my shit go? They blew my shit smooth off. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty of it. This should be Shadur starting at this point, I will say. But I do think Chicago takes the first one. I'm biased. I'm taking the Ravens. Go either way, but I'll take the Chiefs here. Could New England be feisty and steal it? I'm going to say yes, they can. They're going to be feisty right here. Jags and Jets could go either way. Take the Jags. Maybe Jacksonville will have some last second hope. I don't think they'll get there, but they can try. Pittsburgh here. Houston here. Again, I'm not putting too much faith in them. Genty upset. Nah, I can't do it. We'll give Cam Ward another confidence boost here. Cam Ward's building his confidence. I'm not going to say he's going to be some great quarterback, but I think he'll be fine with Tennessee, and I like their weapons. Calvin Ridley, old man Tyler Lockett, that guy they drafted, Elick or something, Canadian guy Justin loves to death. Tennessee's finding confidence. So I'll give them that upset too. Indy. I can't do it. I'm being a lot harsher to Indy than I thought I was going to be. This game could go either way, but for the sense of knocking someone down, I'll do this, because again, Jordan Love's still kind of inconsistent, so I'll give Denver that win. This game could go either way as well, but I'm going to go Tampa. Who doesn't love this game? I'm still going Detroit. DC. Carolina. I'm going Dallas. 3 weeks left. The playoff picture is looking roughly how I kind of imagine it to be. I mean, yeah. This more or less how I kind of see it. I guess maybe Miami would be a little better. Same with Indy, but this is kind of how I am expecting the AFC to look for the most part. I think this is fairly accurate. Maybe Denver's not winning this many games, but again, this is roughly right. Maybe not how we got there, but this is roughly right. NFC, roughly the same thing too. Philly right there, Detroit, Tampa, they'll all be right there. I think the Rams are the best team in the division. If the Niners are healthy, maybe they can steal it. I'm not banging on Seattle, and Arizona's inconsistent. Dallas with a healthy Dak will be there. Atlanta, Michael Penix, they'll figure it out eventually. This, maybe Chicago and Carolina a little better in my head. But, again, maybe not the exact records, but like standing-wise, this is pretty much how I do see things realistically. Like, this does not surprise me. How confident we want to make Tennessee here? I gave a beating San Fran. I can't give them a beating KC. If they lose to San Fran, maybe I'll give them a beating Kansas City here. Ultimate upset. Ravens take care of the Patriots. Buffalo takes care of Cleveland. But Shadur puts up an interesting fight. We're going to knock Denver down a peg. Also, Jacksonville upset. Same with Houston. Raiders get one. Because, again, I don't know how great Houston's going to be. But, again, I think the Raiders are a little bit slept on. I don't think they're going to be world beaters or anything. But I trust Pete. Geno is a good average QB. GNT should be everything we hope for and then some. Brock Bowers, Crosby on the defense. They'll win games. I'm not going to deny them not winning games. Cincy here. It'd be a very Chargers thing to lose this game, so I am going to have them Charger themselves here. This one could go either way, but I'll give it to the Jets. Detroit, I'm not thinking twice. Sorry, Pittsburgh. San Francisco. Damn, I am being really brutal to the Colts. Sorry, Indy. Hard to believe you when even Anthony Richardson can't beat out Daniel Jones. It's a rough scene. I'll give Seattle this one. Knocks LA down a peg, but I think Seattle can take it. I think I gave Green Bay one. Or hold on, let me see. Did I give Green Bay or Chicago the first one? I did give Green Bay. So you know what? We're going to give Chicago this one. Division games for the divisions. We'll give Chicago this one. This game could go either way. I'll give it to Washington, Minnesota, Tampa. I'll go Atlanta. Again, Arizona, late season collapse. I'm not really putting much thought into it. Computer, stop being old and slow. I know I've had you for like 8 years, but actually probably longer than 8 years. 9, 10 years. Don't be old and slow. Did I have Denver winning the first one? I already forgot. Computer, stop being old and slow. I did have Denver win the first one. I would not have them sweep. So, we'll go Casey here. And I'll give the Chargers the regular season win. And I'll give the Colts this win too. I'm feel generous. Patriots win here. Shadur does enough. Gets the upset on Pittsburgh. This game could go either way. Jackson Dart will probably be starting at this point. So you know what? Let's give it to him. Marquee matchup for marquee reasons. Especially in the winter too. That's going to be Green Bay winter. Oh mama. Going Ravens. Going Bengals. Going Titans. Bucks. I'm going Philly. And that'll probably be enough for Philly to win the division. Maybe. I guess. I think. Do they have Washington and Philly playing the week 18 game? I think. I don't remember already. I'll give Minnesota the knockdown peg on Detroit. Bring them down a little bit. If my computer stops being old and slow. I'm on computer. We're almost there. We're almost done. Rams take care of the Falcons. I'll have the Bears upset San Fran. You know, that Ben Johnson magic. I think some will start to show. And then Carolina to take this one as well. Thank you, Door, for opening by yourself yet again. Magic. Oh, sup, Scarecrow, you evil bitch. You like my 8-8 I have for New England so far? I can't say all these records are exactly accurate, but this is realistically how I'm kind of seeing like the seedings and standings coming out for everyone. Maybe not one for one, but this is kind of how I'm expecting things to play out realistically. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. No, I am kind of high on them. I mean, I'm not going to call them world beaters by any chance, but I do think New England takes a step up. And I think with Geno, Pete, and Ashton, Raiders will be respectable. Trevor Lawrence will get his head out of his ass and be respectable. I'm probably being too unfair to the Colts here, but, yeah, you know, it be what it be. And then we have the final shebang. Kansas City takes care of the Raiders. Listen, I like the Packers. I tried manifesting them to be in the Super Bowl last year. Now with Micah and now drafting Golden, I'm gonna kind of try to manifest it again. But we'll see. We'll see how that looks. Pain is warranted. Yeah. They're gonna draft whatever quarterback comes out. They're saying Arch is gonna stay for 2 years. Regardless, Colts got to draft a quarterback. Because if you're already giving up on Richardson now, it doesn't matter if you turn back to him later in the season and he plays well. Go get a new quarterback. I'll give Houston this win just so that way they're comfortable. I think, well, I guess it doesn't matter because they've already locked up the division even with it, so they can rest players. Give the Colts one more minute, fuck up their draft stock. That'd be funny. That would be funny. Yeah, Jacksonville can't catch up to them, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to put too much stock into that Texas-Ohio State game. I didn't watch it, so I can't say anything on performances. But seeing how low-scoring it is, it's two great defenses, and it's the first game of the season. So I'm not going to put too much stock into it. Yeah, you're probably right, Gio. I'm probably am a little that probably is very generous for Tampa. But like I said, I do expect them to win the division. They'll probably drop some easy games because it's Tampa. But Dallas, as long as Dak's healthy, I think 8 wins is fine. Dak and CD alone should be enough to get them 6 to 8 wins. If that defense, even without Parsons, can hold a little bit, I think they'll be fine. This will probably be the game. This will probably be on pace to be game 262, or what is it? It's 272. 272. That's on pace for this game. I think it would be so funny if the Chargers chargered it up, lost this game. New England has to play Miami. They can steal that one. I don't know how tiebreakers will work in this scenario. But it should be interesting. You think everyone's a bum, Gio? I mean, again, this is generous, but it's the Chiefs. There's black magic. There's bullshit behind them. They'll probably I don't know. They were one of the worst 16-win teams last year. What is it, 15-2? one of the worst 15-1 teams last year, but still bullshit their way. So it's like, and all the receivers should be healthy. So we'll see. Yeah, no. Whoever gets sent to Indy, good luck. Because I don't think you can keep Michael Pittman or Jonathan Taylor that much longer with the direction that league. Da, 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 da. I'm gonna do the funny. Shadur is starting for his last season. He will win a shootout against Cincy, and it will create so much unnecessary headlines and bullshit going throughout the entire off season. How Shadur essentially ended the season on a high note, beating Cincy in Cincy. It's a headline thing. They're gonna do it. They're gonna find a way. Whatever. Buffalo beats New York. I'm not thinking twice about it, even though they could probably rest. Yeah, it's probably going to be a bunch of tiebreakers here. I'm sure you could swing a game or two either way in the favor of any of these teams. Baltimore could play, but I think it doesn't matter for them. They'll probably rest. And for the sake of shits and giggles, I'm just going to call this a tie. We need the Mike Tomlin 8-1. We haven't gotten it yet, so for the sake of shits and giggles, the Mike Tomlin tie, perfect 500 record. And probably his last season. Probably his last season in Pittsburgh. But we'll do it for the funny. Dallas beat New York. I'm not thinking twice about it. I guess it doesn't matter here. We'll have Jacksonville end on a high note. I guess they could steal it. Well, Houston clinches it, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, fuck that Chris guy, am I right? We'll have Atlanta head on a high note. They should be able to take care of New Orleans just fine. Did I have Minnesota win the first game? I don't remember. I did have Minnesota win the first game. So we'll say Green Bay gets revenge. Keeps them at bay. Ooh, I think, what is it? I think a Seattle win would steal it from them. Well, yeah, it would put them over them. I'll do it. For the sake of shits and giggles. Seattle wins here. I think the Rams are just stayed in place. Nothing they can do, so they're going to rest. Let Arizona steal the win. Chicago upset, maybe? Nah, I'm gonna... you know what? Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll have a Carolina upset, too. Ultimate chaos. All the chaos, because that's week 18, baby. It's chaos incarnate. And then, for the final one, the ultimate split, who did I have win the first one? I already forgot. Washington won the first one. So Philly gets revenge, because Washington is not going to sweep them. Philly gets this win, pulls them up to the number 1 seed, and for home field advantage, meaning there's a probably good chance that Philly's going to the Super Bowl, because if we've known anything, you're not beating Philadelphia in the playoffs. Well, we're going to go with it. Final answer here. KC 1, Baltimore 2, Buffalo 3, Houston 4, Denver 5, Chargers 6. Bengals do enough because Pittsburgh's too inconsistent. None of these teams can catch up, and New England loses out on tiebreakers. Regular season final. Over here, Philly, Detroit, still Detroit. They're not going to be 15-2, but I trust Dan Campbell to keep this team competitive. Probably a generous record for the Bucks, but I can totally justify them being the 3 seed regardless how you want to feel about it. Rams 4, mostly because of Stafford injury concerns, but I still think LA will be fine. Green Bay in the 5. Green Bay, I don't care if you don't win your division, you just can't be the 7 seed. Like, you gotta stop the 7 seed shit. Be a 5 seed, or a 6 seed at this point. Figure your shit out. Washington, I think, will still be competitive, so they'll be here. And Dallas wins the 4-way tie for 9 and 8 because of tiebreakers or some shit. Again, as long as Dak is healthy, I don't see why the Dallas Cowboys can't be 9 and 8. I don't see why not. Like, it's not illogical. It just isn't. Atlanta takes another step up, but Tampa Bay's too good, and again, they're going to lose the tiebreakers. Seattle, I gave more benefit of that than I realized I was going to. But, again, tiebreakers. And San Fran, funny loss to end the season. San Fran could probably win this game and sneak into the playoffs as a 7th seed, but I'm going to be funny. Any one of these 4, honestly, could be in here. Take your pick. Take your pick. And we'll do a playoff run for shits and giggles. Cincy sneaks in, but they lose all 3 times to Baltimore because it's funny. Justin Herbert's never going to win a playoff game. Sucks to be him. Houston has been underdogs in both their last couple of games as a home 4 seed, but they've won them. But this time I'm not going to give it to them. I like Denver. I think they take another step and make magic. Ooh, this game is so tricky because I think both these teams have a legit shot. This is kind of funny how this turned out the way it did. And you know what? Was it going to be the... well, look, Lions are going to win this game. I'm not going to think twice about that. I think Tampa gets revenge. They get revenge for last season. And I'm going to go Green Bay. Brings us to here. Damn, look at me. 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm so creative and original. Yippee. We're going to go Detroit here. Because, yeah, I'm sorry. Baltimore gets the game in Baltimore. So that's the difference maker there. The 2 losses they had were in Buffalo. They're going to get the game in Baltimore. We're giving it to the Ravens. I want to pick Denver so bad because I think it'd be so fucking funny, but I can't. But you know what? I am going to pick Green Bay on the upset here. I think they figure it out. Give them credit where credit is due. For a very interesting conference championship weekend, conference championship Sunday. What was it? This year they had the NFC first and then the AFC. So the AFC is going to be first, and then it's the NFC. And you know what? I'm greedy on purpose. Baltimore figures it out. They go into Arrowhead, and they take down Kansas City. I'm biased. Sue me, Internet. Sue me. My team is Super Bowl caliber. I'm going to pretend. I'm going to manifest it. And because Detroit is known for nothing but pain and misery, I'm having Green Bay go in there and upset them too. Bringing us a beautiful Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara with the Ravens and the Packers. I don't know why it did that. Fuck you, computer. Ravens, Packers, exciting matchups. Ronnie Stanley and Roger Rosengarten. Micah Parsons. I already forgot who the hell else is on Green Bay's pass rush. Jair goes to play against his former team. You got all these secondary pieces against Green Bay's roster of wide receiver 1Bs because no one's a 1A. Golden hopefully takes it over at some point in this season, but they figure it out. It's an exciting matchup. And, of course, what else would you expect? I'm taking the Ravens to win it all. Your Ravens, the Ravens, are your Super Bowl 60 champions over the Packers. Final score, we're going to go 26 to 21. 26 to 21. Super Bowl MVP, Derrick Henry, with, let's say, 150 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Who loves it? We all love it. And the draft order, fuck you, go away. Saints get the first overall pick. So even then, Indy's not going to get shit because the Saints will take that first over because Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler ain't going to mean shit. So they're going to get their quarterback. Indy's going to take whoever's left. Dolphins, please draft whatever tackle is available. For the love of God. Jets, I don't even know what the fuck you guys are going to do. Good luck. Good fucking luck. But yep, that is my speed run predicting the season. Again, I'm not going to say these records are exactly what I'm predicting for these teams, but this is more or less the seeding I'm expecting. I'm expecting these teams to win their division. I'm expecting Green Bay to be competitive. DC probably takes a step back, but will still be there. And then some combination of these four to compete for that 7th seed. Minnesota, I want to give benefit of the doubt, but these two should be the last. I think Carolina could get better, but the bar's not high. Again, here, same thing. Houston should probably win another game or two. Jacksonville, pull your head out of your ass. You should be a top team. And now with Travis Hunter, maybe your defense improves. Pittsburgh, the 8-8-1 because it's fucking funny. New England to be competitive. Raiders will be competitive. Cam Ward finds a groove near the end. Shadur gets an iconic win to end this season, so that's all we'll be yapping about. Miami has no offensive line, so Tua gets killed probably again. And Shane Steichen gets fired first. Shane will be fired first. But yep, that is going to be all from me. Thank you to everyone who jumped in, to the Scarecrows, to the Geos, to the Rexies, and everyone in between. Thank you all for hopping in. And yeah, if I end up doing a week 1 live stream, you'll know where to find me. Peace, love, and trust, everyone. Goodbye.